G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, today I've got this new released RC truck. It's a 1/16 scale read and run package, and this particular model is the KMAYRC 1899A. This particular model here, it's the monster truck version, and this is a 390 powered brushed motored vehicle. Okay, and this one comes in currently at under $50 US. It's just been released, like I said, on banggood.com, and you can check out all the description and specs and purchase link below in the description section. Okay, guys? But yeah, this one comes in 3 models. I'll just show you the different models on the box here. It's like a rock racer style. We've got the model that I have, and also like a desert buggy. Okay, and it's a 1/16 scale. There's a little bit more information on the model numbers, as you can see there. Under item numbers, I have the 1899, which is ticked, and the blue color, and there's a range of different colors there. And it just goes on a few details of shock absorbers, whole metal bearings, so ball bearings throughout on this one, which is good. A rudder machine. Obviously they mean it's a servo. It's got a servo, fully proportional, by the way. Servo, well, turning and throttle on this. We've got a high-speed brushed motor, which is a 390, and some pneumatic tires. So they don't have any foam in them. What they mean by pneumatic tires is that on these particular models, they have in the rims itself, there will be like a little pinhole. Usually see that there. And as you go over terrain, air will pop out of that hole and then get sucked back in. So that's what they mean by pneumatic tires, sort of like vacuum tires for this vehicle. Okay, so I've got everything out of the box, guys, because when I did take it out of this box, it was full of that polystyrene foam that just breaks apart. So that's why I've got it out of the box already. Okay, so this is going to be a pretty affordable truck, guys. This actually reminds me of the Zillinghong 9130 just here. I'm not going to ramble on too much about this one, but this KYAMRC seems to be a very close copy of the Zillinghong version. It actually shares, by looking at them closely earlier before I made this video, they share a lot of the same parts like bumpers, steering arms, and so forth. So if there is no parts available as yet, because this is such a brand new truck on the Banggood website, you'll definitely be able to put some Zillinghong 9130 parts on this particular truck. They do, like I said, share a lot of the components throughout. Okay, so what comes with this within the box is this leaflet, the KYMRC leaflet here. Just shows you a bit of information about the truck, 7.4 lithium ion pack, and a little bit of info on how to use the steering trim and throttle trim. Okay, and there's some added info here as well. So they've written 1/14 scale, which is not. It's all over the box as 1/16 scale, and I know for a fact that 9130 Zillinghong is a 1/16 scale anyway. But there's some of the information there. 4-wheel independent suspension, sealed ball bearings throughout, rubber tires, of course. And on this side, it tells you a bit of information about the protection on the ESC. So you got charging, limiting protection, so overcharging, I guess. Over discharge protection, so it won't over discharge your battery. So once it hits LVC, it will shut off. So that's good to know. Save your battery getting damaged. And thermal protection on the PCB board, which is the ESC. So basically, you know, if it gets too hot, it'll just cut out and let it rest for a while, and yeah, you can keep going again. So that's good to know. We also get a user manual here, pretty standard with these RC trucks and cars. This one's got really nice colored photos throughout, and some diagrams there as well. So as you can see, a bit of information about the controller, and we've got colored diagrams here of the different body shells. So we've got a full parts list, as you can see, because this is a entry-level hobby grade truck. So there you go, a full range of parts, spur gears, the whole lot. Replacement motors, tires, rims, even the screws. So that's great. And we've got an exploded diagram with each part number labelled. So if you happen for some reason to damage this truck, you can replace the parts on it, and you've got a little diagram there to follow to show you what goes where if you haven't worked on RC cars before. Okay. Also got the charger. Now I did charge a lithium ion pack on this, and this is a USB charger with a rather different plug. Initially I thought it was like a NiCad or a nickel metal hydride plug, but this has got like 3 prongs on it, guys, because it's a 3-wire battery on this one. The battery leads a 3-wire, so unfortunately you're going to have to charge it from this one and not on a hobby grade charger. I'll show you why. It's because the battery does not have a balance charging plug on it, so you're pretty much stuck with charging on this particular USB charger, unless you convert the truck to a Dean's or something like that. But when you do charge it, there's 2 LED lights. Like I said, I've already charged this, so you got a solid red, and then when it's charging you got a secondary light which is green, which will flash on and off while the red light stays on, and once it's finished they will both go solid. Okay, it took me this would have been in storage rate, it took around an hour to charge, but I think if it's a totally flat battery, it's going to take more than an hour to charge. Okay, now the controller. Now this controller, once again, it's a carbon copy of the Xilihong transmitters, exactly the same as the 9131 truck that I just showed you earlier. And you've got an on and off switch just there. Already put batteries in it. It takes 3 AA's in the bottom there. Okay, so you've got the binding light, and you've got a steering trim and a throttle trim. Okay, so if you turn that throttle trim all the way to the right, that'll give you the maximum speed this truck can do. And if you say, for example, you've got you're giving this truck to someone like a younger teenager starting out with the RC hobby, you might want to turn that down for the young ones. Okay, standard stuff. We've got a sponge grip wheel here and the trigger. So you got your reverse, brake, and then throttle, and that's about it with that. Very simple. All right, so let's take the pins off this, and I'll show you underneath. So I like this shell on this one, guys. I really do like the carbon fiber look on this particular shell. We've got some decals here, Storm Riders. Nice looking truck shell on this one, actually. And what I really do like about it is this roll bar, this roll cage on the outer side of it. So if you do go bashing with this one, you got that added bit of protection for the Lexan body. So that's rather neat. As you can see, it's all screwed on inside this Lexan shell. So it's flexible, rigid, like any other Lexan shell. It's pretty neat. Okay, now onto this truck. Now the differences between this and the Xilihong one are apparent when you look at underneath on this chassis, underneath the shell on this chassis. We've got the 390 motor just here, and it's encased in a plastic shroud here, guys. Okay, so that will eliminate any dirt getting in there. They got some venting for cooling as well. There's a female plug, which, as you can see, it's a 2-pin on the actual truck, but it's actually a 3-pin on the battery lead there. Okay, we've got the ESC receiver combo just there. It's totally sealed, so this would be splash proof at best. I wouldn't say it would be waterproof, but it's nice to see that it's all sealed up. We have a 5-wire servo. Now this servo seems pretty smooth, so it should work rather well. There's an extra port here too for some lights. The Xilihong 9130 had lights included. This one does not, but you could add some lights to it. They do have light cups in the bumpers here, so you could add a little light kit to it should you want to do so. Okay, and on this side we have the lithium ion pack, which has also got like a little casing around it to hold it in place, and here it is here, guys. Now this is a 1500, is it? yeah, it's a pair of 18650 lithium ion pack encased in this, and 1500 milliamp hour to equal 7.4 volts. So we should get around, I think they claim around 15 to 20 minutes driving time with this particular battery. Okay, it's just a little bit unfortunate that it's got a proprietary plug, but I'm sure you could get extra batteries for this once they become available, or you could just simply cut and shut, you know, the cables on this and put a Dean's plug or something like that, or even a red JST for those common 2-cell LiPo batteries. Okay, onto the wheels and tyres, guys. As you can see, these are very much like Zillinghong wheels, except they're in a different grey colour. And as you can see, there is no locking nut on this particular vehicle, much like that 9130. It's the same deal, and it has a Phillips head screw that secures these wheels in place. These tyres, you know, they're pretty grippy by the look of them. You know, fairly soft rubber, so they should perform rather well. We've got what looks to be plastic dog bones throughout, plastic A-arms on the rear, and the front obviously is going to be the same. We've got friction shocks, and you can see those diff cups are plastic as well, okay, much like the XLH trucks. We've got friction shocks. These seem pretty stiff compared to other branded trucks, so they might do an okay job, but they definitely are friction. They're not oil filled, guys. Okay, the rear bumper rather flexible, and so is the front, so any impacts is going to not break this in a hurry. It's going to just flex and protect the front of this truck. It will protect the shockies at least. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. The componentry and the design of this is very much like that 9130, so all the parts should fit from that brand to this one, should there be no spare parts listed at this moment. Once there is, I'll definitely put them in the description below. Okay, so let's turn it on, see the power of this little truck. So I've turned the transmitter on. Okay, whoa. Okay, I accidentally pressed the trigger. So fully proportional, as you can see there. Pretty decent servo, not too bad. There's no kilogram or gram rating on the specs, so I don't know the actual specs of this the servo or the ESC as well, guys. I don't know if it's a 30 amp, 35 amp. So yeah, not bad power there. Brake and reverse. Okay, let me just see. I've only got the throttle trim in the center there, so let's wind that right up to full. Okay, so that's in the full position, so it should go quite a bit harder with the acceleration. Yeah, there's a bit more power there. So definitely got a bit of power there, guys. So alright, guys, well, that's enough for the overview. I'll take it out now, put the body shell on. I might charge that battery up a little bit more, just top it up, and then take it out and we'll test this. We'll take it for some bashing and see how it performs, guys. Okay, so that's going to be coming up next with the 1899A monster truck from KMAYRC. I'll catch you out at the testing grounds, guys. Alright, guys, it's the next morning and I'm here with the KMAYRC. This is a little monster truck. It's the 1899A model. Alright, so I'm going to take for a bit of a bash and a bit of a speed test as well. So I'm going to start off with a speed test, guys, while it's got a freshly charged battery. And let's see how this little 1/16 scale 390 brushed monster truck performs. Okay, so just gonna look for the on and off switch. I think it's on this side. Turn the transmitter on first. Okay, There we go. We should have powered on. Yep. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to set this throttle trim all the way up. We've got, looks like we've got some satellites here. So I'll start off with a speed test. It's just Velcroed on. Okay, so we're going to start off with a speed test. I'll press that record button and it is flashing. So let's see what speed we can get out of this truck. Getting a bit skittish. I do have to adjust the trim to the right a fraction. That's better. Okay, let's go again. So this is the speed on the lithium ion pack. A LiPo would definitely give it a bit more of a boost. Okay, let's see, I'll go into the sunlight here. And it done 25.1, guys. So I'll put that up in mile per hour, okay? That's the speed you'll get with the trimmer set to its highest, okay? So 25 kilometers an hour. Not too bad for a little truck, okay? All right, so anyway, let's get into testing this out. See how it performs. I've got a bit of off-road terrain that I can take it on. Can it get up a curb? Okay, cool. See if we can get up this steep curve as well. It's got a bit of power. All right, let's see how it goes on this off-road terrain up here. Oh, bounced off that. Not too bad. Just going to keep it in full speed the whole time, guys. By that I mean the throttle trim set to its highest. Whoa, first flip. You can make it lose traction by going full lock around turns, so you can probably make it peel out. It is full drive. I think this is meant to have about an 80-meter range, guys. I'll test it in the parking lot again before I end this video. I'll try to make sure I remember. It's going pretty good on this nicely mowed lawn up the hill. Not a problem. This 390 motor's got pretty decent power. Pretty sure the Zillinghong 9130 got around the 25 kilometers an hour as well, stock standard. But that one really increased its speed once I put a 3S in it. I don't know if this one can handle a 3S. There's no information on the ESC rating. The 9130 had a 35 amp ESC rating. So, I mean, the parts are pretty similar on both these models that I mentioned, the Zillinghong and this KMAYRC, this 1899A, but whether the electronic components are exactly the same, I'm pretty unsure of. So I'd just maybe run this on a LiPo if you could, but you'd have to convert the actual plug. Now, if I remember rightly, there's a staircase here. I might do a staircase jump. Yeah, there is. I remember launching another RC car off here once. So this is a bit of a different review from my usual location, guys. So let's see how it goes over this 5-stair jump. Keep it straight. It's pretty squirrely. Whoa, there we go, and it kept going for a bit. So that roll cage really does help it. I like that protective cage on the top. Does protect it. I lost a couple of pins. Okay, so there won't be any more jumping. Alright, so I'll put one on the front. Okay, so I was going to do another jump, but obviously after that I lost some pins. Alright, that's not a big deal. I've got plenty of pins at home. So anyway, it does do a staircase jump. Alright, so not a bad little basher. I mean, this is only around a $50 truck, I think I said. I'll leave the link in the description below as always, guys. Banggood.com. You can check out the specs yourself. If you want to purchase one and help support the channel, please do use that link in the description. It'd be much appreciated, guys. And like I said, I'll try to get a coupon code for this one if there hasn't already been one provided. I'll ask for one with my contract. If you like your little 1/16 scale trucks, even if you're an adult, this might be one for you. You could mod it up. It's got very good precise steering. Hope I don't lose another body clip, otherwise it'll just be hanging on the thread. So yeah, not bad at all. We're getting pretty good drive time here. They did claim about 15-20 minutes. So I'm in a dead end here, am I? I thought that was going to lead up to the up to that garden there. So I want to test it out off-road up there. Okay, let's have a look in here. It's a bit dark, but hopefully camera picks it up. Just want to see how it goes in this terrain. Oh, looks like I've got something stuck. There we go. Bit of bash in here. Through all this leaf litter and pine needles. It's the loose dirt, does pretty good. Yeah, pretty cool. Does really well on this rocky pavement here. I've got any? Yeah, I still got those. Just checking those pins. Make sure I got both of them intact still. One on the front and one on the rear shell. All right, pretty cool. Oh, we've got some gravel up here. I didn't even know. The proportional controls, you can crawl in there. There you go. Oh, trying to do some donuts. Not enough room. This doesn't have steering dual rates, only a steering trim, so we've got quite a few different terrains out here, don't I, guys? Didn't even know this was here. So there you go. Bit of donut action. Yeah, it's got pretty good punch too. I mean, this battery should be going flat, but still life in it left. Anyway, guys, before I might wrap it up. Okay, I've pretty much demonstrated what this truck is capable of. I'm mainly worried that I'm going to lose the SD card space again. So, all right, guys, let me get out of the sun so you can see it. Thanks very much for watching. I think this one performed pretty good. for its price range, and just for the size. It is a 1/16 scale truck, and I especially like this roll cage, especially after that big tumble off that flight of stairs there. It really protected the body shell, albeit that a couple of these pins popped off, but that's pretty common. I'm just feeling the motor. It is warm after all that bashing, but not too bad. It's not too hot. So yeah, great little basher vehicle, guys. If you're interested in a 1/16 scale at a good budget price, this might be the one for you. I do recommend it. I'm pretty happy the way it performed today. Like I said, to me, it's pretty much very similar to the Xilihong brand. I know I keep saying that, but that's what it is to me. Very similar to that 9130 I showed you in the overview unboxing, just in by a different brand and different body shell, and some of the components are different. But I'll put the Xilihong parts list below, because a lot of these components, the wheels, the A-arms, the shock absorbers, I think you can get oil-filled shocks under the Xilihong brand, so they will definitely fit this vehicle. The front bumpers are identical as well, so a lot of the parts will interchange with this particular model. And this is a KMAYRC 1899A. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button. It really does help a lot with the channel. Also, comment below, let me know what you think of this particular truck, if you like it, or if you own this particular truck or the other different models. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, or feel free to subscribe anyway. If you enjoy these types of videos, I've got a lot of RC action coming my way for you guys. I've got a few more things to review, RC trucks and so forth. So make sure you hit that notification bell and subscribe, and you won't miss any new uploads from the Perth West Oz RC channel. Alright guys, well, I'm out of here. Hope you enjoy the hobby. As always, be safe, and I'll catch you on the next video. Alright guys, bye for now.